What is up, everybody? How are we doing tonight? I'm just finishing a little setup. There is that. We're just hanging out for a little bit until some people show up. See what the new screen looks like on Instagram. Oh, that's not bad. I actually kind of like this one a little better. I'm gonna go hi in chat. Good enough. We've got chat on screen. It's probably very small, but it's technically there. I can only work so many miracles as my formatting is limited to go across multiple platforms. But we are live on 3 platforms, which is cool. And the formatting looks a lot better today. I was also working a lot on the different overlay setup for our D&D stream for whenever that game happens. I was hoping for this weekend, but I think there's some scheduling conflicts. So we are going to just kind of deal with it until then. But there's only so many hours in a day. I also went webcam hunting today. To no luck. I ended up just ordering them online, sadly. I was really hoping to find something local that I could use, but you know, it is what it is. I am also tweaking my setup right now because I've got multiple outputs set up My computer screen is wild, just so you guys know. I'm trying to get used to managing like a bunch of different screens all at once. Come on. Hello, welcome. We are just hanging out for a little bit while I wait for people to arrive. But feel free to say hi in the chat. We'll be picking up where we left off on this model from yesterday. Mr. Trader Bashir. I'm probably gonna start painting on something else as well soon because this guy won't take super long to finish up. I am trying to decide which one I want to do. I've been really wanting to paint this this giant like robot dude. Let's see if I can get him in frame here for you. He's much bigger, so he'll be a lot more fun to paint. Hey Dad, what's going on, man? I see you there on Instagram. So we might paint this guy up. I'm trying to decide on the color scheme for it. I've already used it in one game, but I think it'll have to make an appearance in another game soon. Oh, I got people joining all over the place. Hello. Wow, Jane, you're on a 3-stream streak. Welcome. All right. Welcome everybody. We're just kind of hanging out. We're getting ready to start painting here in a second. Who is sticking around? I've got just 2 people. Well, that might not be true. Instagram can be a little bit of a liar sometimes. So I think this is the best layout for me. Okay. Until I need to chat, but I think I'll be okay. Yeah, we'll be all right. So I need to pick a color for his little front sash thingy. I think we'll go with this kind of rusty orange, but I might mix it with some other colors. Because I really want a contrast on this guy. Now I'm gonna do my best to get like the camera for you guys to see like every brush stroke, but every time I like turn the model, it's like a challenge to like refocus and get every detail in shot. So you might get to see bits here and there because sometimes I got to see the model more than you guys. So y'all just got to deal with it. Hello, welcome. We're just hanging out, painting. I'm just giving this guy some really fun colors because he's not going to be used very often. So I'm using the opportunity to do a color scheme that might be a little loud and garish for a typical mini, but for like a one-off character who's going to be like kind of flamboyant, I kind of like the idea of him wearing these like lavish clothes, as he's a trader from faraway lands. You know what? Let's just do his whole head wrap. One color. Yes, we need more laser toner for the printer. Thank you. I'm glad that you gave me that reminder on Twitch, of all places. But I appreciate you getting chat going while everyone just kind of hangs out, which is all good. So what did you guys do today? I kind of mentioned it earlier. I went on a hunt for a webcam, and sadly I didn't find anything that I liked, especially for the price. One of the downsides of living here is that everything is imported because this is a little island and everything has to be brought in. So the cost of goods can be kind of high, even though a lot of it's made in Asia. It's still quite expensive. So I was able to order them online for much cheaper, but I wanted to have a new webcam for tonight, so our quality would be a lot better, but my my old janky webcam will have to do for a few more days until I receive the package with my new webcams. Let's see here. After that, so part of that journey is that I needed more paint. I ran out of black paint the other night, and so I went to go buy some at Art Friend, which is a little local art supply store. So Jane had the car, so I took the bus and went over and bought some new paint, and then took the bus around Singapore for a few hours, looking at different places and walking around. Upside is, while I was sitting on the bus, I got to enjoy some 20 minutes back and forth here and there to read my Kindle. So I got to just kind of hang out and read, which is nice. Any of you guys have a Kindle? I've been really enjoying just keeping it in my bag for whenever I have a spare few minutes to kill. So I'm not just doom scrolling on my phone, but looking at a book. I'm reading a new series well, new to me anyway, called Mistborn. It's a really cool fantasy type world where their magic is kind of based around this idea that if you have magic skill, you ingest specific metals that you somehow ingest, and then it gives you those. It gives you like the power to do certain things. So, you have a Kindle? No way. No way. I know you have a Kindle, and I know you have the other thing that I bought you. I can't remember the name of it now. Vywoods or something like that. Which is similar technology, but more of in like a notepad form, which is kind of fun. But you can still read books and things on it as well. Ugh. Where's all my peeps tonight? Yeah, Bywoods. Well, I don't have to stream for a long time today. I mostly just wanted to test out the vertical formatting. So if you watch the Instagram live, or if you're on YouTube mobile, you'll be able to watch the stream as well. A little bit better than yesterday, because yesterday was the first time I tried to hit that button, and so it was a learning experience. You're not here for a long time, but a good time. Wow. I don't think that's this part of Singapore. It really cracked me up when we were hanging out with your brother and Ping the other night, and she started talking about how her friends went to the red light district in Singapore. And I was just like, wow, that was a weird thing to bring up. But that's cool, man. So fun fact for those watching, as I talk about painting a little bit, the metallic paints are quite transparent. So even though you'd think that they are pretty opaque and you can just kind of like go over anything with it and you'll just see this like dark color, or the dark. My music stopped itself. I'll turn it back on in a moment. Okay. Apparently my computer just didn't like the song that was playing. That made me lose my train of thought. Oh, right, paint. Yeah, so if you paint black as a base coat for your metallic paints, they'll actually pop and shine like really, really well. And then you can even do a really cool trick where you don't even paint it super completely. you do almost what's kind of like a dry brushing technique where you just kind of get a little paint, rub off most of it, and then you go over it really fast with a thicker kind of dry brush. And it'll transfer the gold or the silver or whatever metallic paint, bronze or something that you're using, across the edges and lightly across the main surface, and it'll create like a really neat painted effect. So I'm just getting the little details on his swords right now. I'm getting a little better at keeping the mini in frame. It is much harder than you think it is, because I essentially have to paint everything in like a 1" by 1" square, and not move it forward or back. Or else it will have to autofocus, so. All right, I think that'll do for that. I'm going to put these little color potions on that are on his belt later. So it's interesting to see how the different web services kind of act and react. Instagram gets a lot of views really fast. So you have to basically be like ready to go with everything right when you go live, which is, you know, that's fine. You just have to do a little more prep. But Twitch and even YouTube, it takes a while for people to kind of like get to you, because they'll see a notification or something and then they have to go to their computer, fire it up. And so most streamers will have like a stream is starting screen, which you may have seen if you joined early. And leave it on for a good like 5 to 10 minutes. I've seen some people leave it on for 30 minutes even, just while they're hanging out, waiting for the viewer count to get to a certain point before they start, because streaming to one person or 0 people sometimes can be a little tough, especially when they're not like active in chat. Not calling out anybody that's actually watching for not chatting, but that's typically the kind of mindset behind it. But if you join in and you are on Instagram, I appreciate it. Maybe I'll do like an early what's up part of the stream and then finish setting up and then welcome all the Twitch and YouTube users. I still haven't figured out TikTok yet, but that doesn't really break my heart too much. That is a platform that is kind of a pain in the butt sometimes, because they only really care about just like trends and stuff, not really caring about what content is actually streamed. I'm just catching some of the little details on his shirt. I don't know if you can see it. It is microscopically small. My brush tip is about 1 millimeter wide, and it's smaller than that. Let's see if I can actually even get it to focus that small. Yeah. So I'm trying to get these little tiny grains on his shirt. My Spotify really does not like something. Brush dried out. He's coming along. All right, let's get the metallics out. Actually, let me throw a little black on his beard because I think I'm gonna give him black hair. Oh, this brush is too big. I need to get out my like super fine tip brush. Excuse me. I'll have to go in and touch up his mouth like a tiny bit, but his beard is coming along. Oh man, it's wild to see it blown up on my screen, because in reality it's like super duper small, but to see it here, it looks like he's got like really bad face paint on. It's funny. Those brush strokes are just a little too hard to do on screen, but we will clean up his face. Don't worry. Oh man. I have to go to the gym tomorrow. And I enjoy the gym, don't get me wrong. But I am just tired and sore. Been working a lot on doing all this like admin setup stuff for all these different accounts and setting up. Now that I'm like a affiliate, I can do, I can actually make money from streaming, which is cool. It's not much. We're talking like, with the last few days combined, I've made like $8. but that's not bad considering we've only gotten a couple of subscriptions and a handful of views, but hopefully when we grow this out a little bit more, we'll pull in more. Hey, it's 4:45 a.m. here. It's Coffee and Nick. Dad is projecting you from YouTube on the living room TV. Soon I have to start getting ready for work. Aw. Well, I might not stay on super late tonight anyway, because I stayed up super late last night. And then just a little tired. Went to bed at like 1 something last night. And then, yeah. And you guys say we're on Instagram and have you up on the big screen YouTube as well. Nice work. Awesome. Thanks, guys. So you guys can see the big screen at least, so that's nice. You get the full widescreen effect. So let's put some metallic paints on. How does this sound for you guys? Because I'm trying to balance the audio for different people and the different ways that they use everything. So I have music playing in the background. And then my mic should be leveled okay, but I know some songs get a little noisy, but see, the gold really pops when you paint it over the black. There you go. I also, very exciting news, just ordered some new microphones. So when we do our D&D streams, I will have some epic audio. I don't know if it'll be up and running by the next stream, but typically it's on our Sundays. Oh, I don't know how that works out time-wise. I think it's during LA West Coast's bedtime, I believe. Yeah, I believe. So you guys will probably have to miss it, but those that will be here, I have a new whole layout, which is super cool. I can't show it to you guys. I don't think. Can I? I'm gonna dare to click on one of these. I don't think any of the camera feeds will work. Crash. Hey. It didn't crash. All right. So this is the starting screen. Those on the vertical format, I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to hang out for a minute while I show this off a little bit. But we've got our starting screen. Some of these graphics are just placement. This isn't the actual Terrace logo for that campaign. I just threw something together. And I still have to put together the rest of the titles and then put in the camera feeds for everything and stuff. This will be like our map with all of our minis, where it says Jane and Dark Horse. Those are banners to show who our latest subscriber and followers are. And then where it says Tarish Kavale, that will be where his camera feed is, because he's kind of the narrator of the game. And then where it says Tiefling Ranger, and then the 3 other banners below that will be the camera feed. So it'll have our character's class and then our player names underneath, which is super fun. I have a battle screen that I put together with these cool transitions. It'll have a big battle map in the middle, see chat on the side, and then you'll see, I should have camera feeds here on the lower part of the screen, but I think because they're not input into this computer, you won't see them. But then the DM will be underneath the chat. And again, I'm just running through some quick stuff to share with people that if you're in vertical format on Instagram or YouTube, you won't be able to see this correctly, so I apologize. Yeah, so this is just a couple of the different screens that are going to be on the new stream, and I'm super excited. They're really fun, great graphics and transitions and stuff. But I will switch back to my stream layout, so hold on for a moment while it switches over. Hey, and we're back. We're back. Oh no! Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, okay, my cameras were frozen for a second. I thought I lost everybody. Yeah, so we're still painting this guy. I need to do... Oh, sad news, guys. I just got the update live that we will not be able to play this weekend. So anybody that was hoping to watch some epic Dungeons and Dragons over the weekend, sadly you cannot. However, you can go to our YouTube channel and watch our backlog of D&D. There are many hours of it there. I think there's a good 10 or 12 sessions on there, and each one is like 4 hours. So have at that and have a good time. Forewarning though, it does include all of the chitter chatter in between when we like eat lunch, when we're finishing setup, and after the game when we are all sitting there being like, whoa bro, that kind of stuff. So enjoy. However, I think we might be able to play on the 18th, but we shall see. All right, so I will focus in here. Bam. And as you can see, the black, wow, just beautiful silver coat. So pro tip, if you're ever painting a metallic paint, coat it over black. You will not regret it. still working out the kinks of how to rest my hands and stuff so you guys stay in frame for everything. It's not too bad. So I was having a chat with Tarish, our DM for our upcoming bi-weekly campaign, because we have a campaign going now, Terrace, with like the core group that have kind of founded this whole thing. But we're trying to set up something that we can run consistently every other week, so everybody can count on when we will be playing. And actually show up whenever we play and plan for it, which is nice. But we're trying to put together a group that can spare the time and honor the commitment, because it is kind of like something that everybody contributes to make sure that we are able to do this together, right? So we're putting that together, and we have some really cool ideas. Teresha's come up with some really awesome game mechanics, and I think we might run Ashvara, which is the world that I created, that you can see a couple of episodes on YouTube of. But I'm going to basically hand it over to him so he can kind of take the reins and just kind of run with it, which is super fun. I'm really excited to have built the kind of building blocks of this world, but then to let him just take off with it. So it's going to be a new and unique experience. But I'm excited for it. What I am most excited about is now I get to write yet another character. I really, really enjoy creating the characters for these games, because you just get to do a ton of research and kind of create like an entire persona for your character to play. Now, there is the theory that most people end up playing a version of themselves whenever they play D&D. And the trope rings true for the most part. It's either a version of themselves or a version of themselves that they wish they could be. Yo. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I've written quite a few characters by now, and been able to play a lot of really fun things. There is one character that I barely got to play that I did a ton of work on, and I absolutely adore, and that's Freck. He's a goblin that is like a punk rocker, but he's also an alchemist, basically, and he uses magic as like an alchemy, and music. So he has this musical keyboard, but instead of like music notes, they are magic stones called runes that he has basically hooked up to this soundboard. So as he's playing the music, he's actually crafting magic by activating these runes in different sequences, in essence casting spells, or in like the meta game mechanics, it's actually more of like a he's mixing potions using his bag, but I'm flavoring it more like he's, playing music and creating this like epic badassness with it. The characters were really great in that game. We all, as a group, created some awesome stuff. I'm really proud of everybody in that game. Sad that it's not continuing, but as is life, things happen, and you just gotta kind of roll with it. So, because this guy, and I kind of love this idea, he's like a merchant trader. I'm not going to paint his bracelets gold. I'm painting them yellow because I like the idea that he's just wrapping these fake jewelry. And you won't know unless you look close enough that it's fake, but sure enough, he's a fraud. Bam. Fake jewelry. I need to paint one more potion. My Spotify is just being silly. Super silly. Oof, it's really hard. The details on his chest are so small. Hello, friends. How are we this evening? It's a bit warm today. Wow, I swear someone is controlling my playlist because it just keeps skipping songs. And now it's started a new one. So that's wild. It is a very warm night tonight, by the way. Trying not to run the aircon, so we're just sweating it out a bit. Hey, it was nice to see you too. I can't quite click on your profile to remember who you are at the moment, but Brixie Liz. We had a huge amount of fun at Ren Fair, honestly. It was something that we were excited for, and then when we were setting up, it was wildly hot because it was just like the end of like a really nice cold weather period in Singapore, and then the heat just kind of came back, and so everybody was just dying, and oh yeah, I remember that. Okay, Still not for sale, my friend. Unless you offer me a wild amount of money. But yeah, the community was really, really, really great. So after we set up and everything, and they opened the gates and people started like pouring in, we ended up just having like the best time, and got to know like tons of people, and met people like you. $300. I think I have more than $300 in materials. But I appreciate that you enjoy it. Yeah, it's probably got 5 or 6 spools of plastic in it, and a bunch of paint. Not to mention just time. If I could replicate it cheaply, I would totally take you up on it. If maybe I can create the world's most giant silicone mold and cast it in resin, then we're in business, and I'll hook you up with one for sure. Yes, tropics. And thank you so much. God tier designer toy. Yeah. Thank you. Maybe I'll print smaller versions. That would be better, probably. I wonder if I could make it smaller and then it would still be very cool. Because in that case, then it would be almost worth making. You know, like they sell really big Godzilla toys, and then they sell much smaller Godzilla toys. So you never know. You never know. And for those on YouTube and Twitch, I have Instagram live comments that I can't import into the rest of the stream. I feel like I let someone into my playlist or something, and they're messing with my... Yeah, I'm on Twitch, YouTube, obviously Instagram. Yeah, same name, House of Seadrake. Come on down. We can get you the Discord link as well, so you can see the notifications when we go live. Hopefully see you over there soon. Why is my music... It says it's playing. But guess what? I know the truth. I know that it's not playing. It is killing me here. Maybe the song is just completely silent. That's a possibility. And play. There we go. Oh, I wonder if it's my speaker. I think my speaker is having issues. Because when I change the music to just the computer, hey, I got a cheer. Thank you, Bricklane 45. You've got me one bit closer to. You gave me my first bit. Thank you for the follow. Hi, Brixie. I assumed Brick and Brixie were somehow connected. But yeah, thank you for the bit. It is the first one I've gotten, and your first time chat was a bit. Wild times. No, stop trying to connect to Mordor now. Let's leave it here for a moment. Oof. It is wildly quiet. Are you guys getting audio from this, by the way? I'm just hoping it's not wildly loud. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm betting that is like the Mecca, is the great pilgrimage. One moment. Man, my audio is just terrible today. A little better. Oh, my chat is not showing up on my screen. Oh, there it is. Yes, I am. My latest resume was Paw Patrol. Still hoping to get some continuing work from them, but I worked for them for about 5 years, and then over the last I don't know, 6-8 months, they've been kind of struggling, so I have gotten a bit less work from them. Actually, no, I never worked for Mattel. I had an interview with them and an offer to work on some stuff there, but they were very far away from where I lived at the time. So I passed working at Mattel on their monster truck line, which I think at the time is still the what's the series called? The big monster trucks. I'm spacing out on the name. Yeah, Monster Jam. Duh. Monster Jam. Plus, I think at the time I wanted some more experience. Monster Jam was very much like a action brand boys, kids toys line, which I had done a bunch of when I was on like Power Rangers and Overwatch and stuff at Hasbro. But I really really enjoyed working at Spin Master for quite a few years. And was kind of leading their paw team for a while. I had always wanted to work on Hot Wheels, but I ended up working with a bunch of guys that came from Hot Wheels when I was at Spin Master, and they were like, bro, Hot Wheels sucked. It was so hard, and there was so much like that you had to deal with. But you know what? I kind of feel like that is true of anywhere you end up working. You're always going to have more to deal with than you want. The monster truck is wild. So in the showroom, at Spin Master, they built the entire front half of Gravedigger and had it like crash through the front wall. And when you would like open a door or do something in the room, it would fire up this like crazy loud engine like revving sound. It was crazy. Toy showrooms that the public never gets to see are the most over-the-top things ever that I wish people could actually see because they're so cool. They're only meant for the buyers that work for like Walmart and Target and stuff, and then they share it with them, and then they decide how much they want to buy and put in their stores and stuff. So it was so cool being able to experience that stuff in person. Oh my God, speaker. Yeah, I think my speaker's dying. Singapore has a habit of destroying electronics. Who's there? Who did that? I just got a notification, but I didn't see anything. Yeah, I got to see all the prototypes, especially for the brands that I was on. But we would go through the showrooms and stuff, and part of being there was that you got to pitch your toys to the buyers and stuff. So they have a marketing team, but for some reason they want the toy designers to do the presentations for them because they think that it's more compelling if it comes from the people that create it. And it helps them understand like better what it is. Because marketing people, you know, they're nice and all, but they're not as much as you think they are meant to be salesmen. They're not great salesmen. So they brought us in to do that. So at the end of the show, they would bring us all through everything and get to see all the stuff. So it was really fun. Got to see all the toy prototypes and everything before it comes out, like all the new Batman movies and everything. We had built an actual bat cave at the office. So you had a full-size bat cave. It was just wildly cool. Yeah, it was insane. It had the computers and it had like motion sensors. So when you would walk into the room, it would be like, you know, welcome, Mr. Wayne. Would you like blah, blah, blah? It would just do all these like really cool sound effects. So that was epically cool. I'm definitely going to miss doing that. Although they just moved offices, I heard. So I don't know if the showroom is even still a thing. Let's hope that it is, because Losing that would be really sad. The full experience. Ugh. This guy's face is just way too small. Sorry, man. I hope that doesn't hurt your feelings. Sorry, little guy. Ugh, my autofocus is just having a heck of a time tonight. I put this black panel in here to try and like help autofocus do better. Do better. My friend got a raw, unpainted Hot Wheels from a person that works at Hot Wheels. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I had picked up a bunch of that kind of stuff back in the day, because we would actually go to like the factories. So I have a really cool raw, unpainted Millennium Falcon from when I was at Hasbro that I picked up when we were cleaning one day. And then I have some Star Wars stuff. I have, hey Orange, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are just hanging out and chilling. Forgive the zero background music at the moment because my background speaker, I think, is dying from Singapore's humidity. It just keeps turning itself off. So I think it's about had it. My day was all right, man. Yeah, I know. I keep trying to reboot it, but it's just having a heck of a time. My day was all right. I told you on the Discord that I went out looking for a webcam, and I just couldn't find what I wanted. I found a few stores that had webcams in Singapore, but lots of electronic stores don't carry them. And if they did have them, they were the like lamest. I know, I don't have the thing set up yet. 10, wow, you guys came in within like a minute and a half of each other. Jane, if you're there, can you post the Discord link in chat? Yeah, it is. Good morning, 10. Oh, I see how it is. Jane has been on chat for a good hour or so and not said a word since like the very beginning, and has just been silent the whole time. The second 10 shows up, bam, instantly in chat. Don't even, I'm not even mad. Okay, thank you, Jane. My Discord link is in chat. Please clicky. And you can join the group, and we have channels, and you can do an intro, and we just kind of hang out and talk. And that was something I talked about today, was my hunt for the great webcam. Because the one that I have right now is fine, but it doesn't look great. This looks fine when it's small, but when we go to the bigger screen, if I were having like a Zoom meeting, wow, I'm like getting glowy. If I were having like a Zoom meeting, fine, I wouldn't care. But we're on the internet. I am an internet celebrity now. I have like 30 followers, so I got to step it up a notch. But yeah, everything was either way too expensive or it was just like the crappiest models. And then they were 3, 4, no, more than that. There was a model that was like a super off-brand, like an off-brand, uh, and it was normally like $15 on Shopee, but they were selling it in a store for $89, and I was just like, you guys have some nerve, man. That is crazy. So I didn't even bother. Hey, Crying Orange, you hit your 3 stream streak as well, man. And you guys are like growing right before my very eyes. It warms my heart as an influencer, as 10 like to correct. I feel like a father, you know, and bringing you along on this journey has really warmed me to the point where I sweat on camera. So maybe getting a higher definition webcam isn't great, because then you'll all see me being hot in the wrong way. That will be announced when I start my Patreon and OnlyFans. Seadrake is going to be the next Mighty Jax. You know, I would love that, because I've seen some of the stuff that Mighty Jax does. I think they have some talented designers and artists, but oh man, they could do so much cooler stuff. So much cooler stuff. I would love to get to the point where we can actually create like toy lines and products like that. But we'll get there. 10, you're headed to London next month? That sounds awesome. I'm super jealous, actually. I haven't been in a long time, and I really want to. Oh, God, I haven't been in 20 plus years now, I think. Oof. I went when I was like 18 with my family. Well, my mom and the school. And then that was the last time I went. Maybe it's time. Jane's been like a handful of times in the last few years. But I think, oh dear, I think we have 2 chats going on Instagram. Sorry about that, guys. All right, that might be a little better. I am trying to juggle all the streams at once. Eat some pies and gravy for me, please. Oh, you know what I'm dying for, and bangers and mash are great. Don't get me wrong, and it's really cheesy because you can get this everywhere. Fish and chips, but there is nothing that hits like fish and chips in the UK. It's just a different thing, you know. It's I don't know. Oh man, you guys, I went from 0 chat to like blowing out chat. I guess I should only start stream at like 9, because that's when everybody actually kind of jumps online, I think. Your old company did an interview and stuff with Mighty Jax. Oh, but I wasn't the producer on that. Chinese New Year is coming up. Do you celebrate? We do. Jane's family does. We're having a couple of dinners, I think. I know one's the actual like CNY dinner, but we're not having it on the actual celebration night, I think, because her parents are traveling like the next day or on the day itself or something. So we will have a thing just with all the family and everything, just not that day. London. Jane will literally buy a ticket right now. We're like super broke, but the option to go to London, any excuse, she'd be like, oh well, 10 invited me, I can't be rude. She'll just go and leave me here with the dog. Maybe try to do a collaboration with them. You have an awesome resume. I think they might be interested in collaborating with them. You know, I've thought about that. It's a delicate balance doing a collab and falling into them trying to take advantage. I'm not saying that Mighty Jacks would do that, but I know toy companies that do, and they think that they can take advantage just to give the up and coming brand some like exposure, which is the old tale of taking advantage of artists. So we'll see. Jane wants to be adopted and go to UK. You can have her. Malt vinegar, Hangin. Yes, the malt vinegar on fish and chips. Oh, I might just buy a ticket now. I'll sell the dog. Jane won't miss it. You know, kimchi's kind of a rare dog here, so I think it would go well. I suppose you're right, Orange. I could send a intro deck to them. I think I should put together a pitch deck for my company anyway, showing some stuff, because we've got Toy of the Year, one of my toys. That's pretty cool. My Paw Patrol fire truck, which is pretty epic. Pretty proud of that. Yes, Jane. She found me at a very Chinese time of my life. So basically my entire life is now all Chinese things. I do have to say the number one thing that I love, that I picked up from Chinese culture, is chopsticks. And I know that sounds silly, but I love eating with chopsticks so damn much. It is a highly more efficient use of utensil to eat with than fork. Obviously doesn't work well for soup, but guess what? You eat all the stuff out of the soup with your chopsticks and then you drink the broth. So there you go. I solved it for you. Girl, come hang out with me in London. We can go have snacks. Dang it, 10. She's not gonna. If I go into her room right now, she'll be on Google Flights, booking that flight right now. It's a fact. I'm gonna get the text notification from our bank account that a new transaction has gone through for $1 bajillion. I think you know a lot about reaching out and interacting with toy companies a lot more than any of us. I do. I'm well versed in the toy industry is really small. Everybody kind of knows each other, or has crossed paths with each other, or has heard of each other. So I can connect with them, but sometimes you get like one phone call and it's like, how do you want to use that phone call? So I have some concepts that I'm kind of playing with that I want to sell them, or sell to the toy industry in general, and see if I can get some contracts out of it, as well as some long-term residual income for basically creating an invention that they can buy off of me, or the rights to buy off of me. Yeah, my Seadrake sign. It's real. A lot of my favorite part of this whole thing was to have like digital and physical elements. Ideally, I would love to have physical everything on my screen. So actually have like if I could get like a Kindle hacked to show chat up in the corner, and I don't know, have some kind of like rolling screen for notification. I don't know. I would love to have like traditional everything, even like the framing be an actual frame that's posted in front of me. Love it. Maybe that'll be a project that I build on screen. Yeah, my sign's in front of... is the Paw Patrol Troy's you said is in Toys R Us? Yes. I want to get one and maybe you can sign the box. Sure, man. I am always down to sign a toy. I can show you specifically which ones that I like hand worked on as well if you'd like. 10 says, been using them since I was a kiddo and now I use them for chips or snacks when I'm gaming. Chopsticks, yes. Have you seen the cool like finger chopsticks so you can like game and they just kind of stick out of your knuckles and then you can like grab a chip and eat it while not getting like even having to let go of the controller and stuff? Or yeah, super cool. Orange says that'd be a good stream idea for you, that sort of show what toys are designed by you and then explain the idea it came. So some of it, yes, I can. Some of it, no, I can't, because part of designing for a company is that you sign like 6 contracts for NDAs that basically mean you can't tell company secrets, which basically they consider everything a company secret. So I can say, hey, I created this and invented this, blah, blah, blah. But then they'll basically just be like, oh, by the way, you're sued for no reason. They probably wouldn't go crazy, but it's better to just be like, I made a thing. If you want to see it, you can check it out. If you want to open it up, you can do that. Oh my God, I can't scroll on this. There we go. Love the slate effect of your sign. It's cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. I made it the night before Ren Fair. I snagged a cheap 3D model of a rock and then smushed it and tweaked it a little bit and then punched Seadrake out of it and then built the LED panel framing into the backside, printed it overnight, painted it and glued it on, and then carried it to the show. So it was like paint was drying while I was setting it up for Ren Fair. Yeah, NDA, BRB brick. Yeah, better be safe than to get sued. I know. Me and Huff like the paper bags you had with the Seadrake prints. Thank you. We hand stamped every single one of those. And Jane carved out the stamp, the lino stamp. And I bought all the ink and rolled them out. And we created, each bag is unique because there's like a different blend of colors and inks on all the different bags. Oh, you guys suck. I mean, you don't suck, but I have been craving a cheeseburger for a while, and nothing sounds better right now than to eat Five Guys. So, congrats on the Five Guys. And we were like, whoa, look how good that looks. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that, especially coming from you guys, because I know both of you guys have done like Twitch and streaming and stuff, so you understand at least what quality means. I know I'm always craving cheeseburgers. I'm American. It's part of my dinner. Crying Orange, to have 5 men. I mean, we all have goals. We all have dreams. Someday we'll attain them. Someday we might not, but all right. The audio won't be quite as good, but I'm going to use the desktop. After stream, we should check the Terrace group chat. I know, I have seen it popping off. But it sounds like we have a game. We have a game planned. Okay, volume was a little great. I can play it in Streamlabs itself. I just haven't gotten that far yet. I like to hear it in the room at a certain volume because it makes me chill. But then at the same time, I don't want it to like overlap. Then I would have to like sync the audios, and so I was like, you know what? Before I even go that far, I'm just gonna play it in the background and let my mic organically pick it up, just as like ambiance. But I'll get there. I promise I'll get there. Actually, I can show you guys now that you're here. I have set up some new stuff for our D&D stream. That's what I was working on mostly today, was setting up some overlays and layouts and stuff for the new stream. Not the new stream, but now that I have Streamlabs and everything, I can actually put in more, because we had a really basic setup that we were using before, if you've seen any of the other videos. But I'm trying to level it up a little bit. It might be a little tacky, but so am I, so just gotta kind of deal with it. So I think we're gonna play on the 16th, which is on Monday of all days. And we're going to be playing from 1:30 to 5:30. So if you've got stuff going on Monday, you can play us in the background and have us going at work or something. Okay, yeah, so sorry, I was trying to keep up on chat. So Jane says the next game is on the 16th. Orange said, so Sunday game has been canceled technically? Yeah. Oh, good. You saw the D&D streams and videos. Oh, you guys watched them. That's wild. Yeah, basic feedback is that it's really hard to hear all of you. I agree. I literally today just purchased about dollars of new microphones. I've got 5 Rode microphones. We're doing shotgun overhead mounted mics because the audio quality is very good. So that will be exciting for you guys. Apparently everything is happening in February. Yeah. I need to sit down and write out that one shot for you guys. That would be super cool. But Monday is CNY, so I don't know who will be free. Wait. Oh, Monday is public holiday, right? So all of you are going to be free, especially during the day, because even if you have families to do stuff with, that you're going to be doing like a dinner thing. So no excuses from anybody. Oh, it's CNY Eve on Monday. But why is Monday the public holiday? I am confused. Tuesday and Wednesday are the public holidays. So... Well, I know CNY Eve is our family dinner day. Oh, we have family dinner that night. I see. Well, regardless of whatever it is, I will be streaming us live on Twitch on Monday. So whatever y'all do, put it in your calendars. If you join the Discord, you will see our live notification. Actually, I can show you what it will look like. One moment. My setup will kind of cut out for a second while I cut between my layouts. And you won't see me in any of these layouts because it's not optimized for this computer setup. It's one for the one in the dining room for our D&D table. So it'll be during the day. We'll be a 1:30 to 5:30 stream on Monday. I don't know if you can hear me still because I'm pretty sure everything is like jumped out for a moment. But bam! Stream is starting, Seadrake. So this is our stream is starting screen. If you're watching on vertical, you will not be able to see this part. So that's the stream starting, and then the live scene. This Terrace logo is placeholder. And then I still have to put in like the camera feeds and the blank spots and stuff, and then those bold spots kind of in the middle where it says Keeping Ranger and stuff. Those are just placeholder, or that will have all of our character classes and names and stuff there. Obviously, below Trius Prevail will be our Dungeon Master Camp feed. Hey, Rick's up on top of our feed for being our latest. Wait. Can you hear me? I think this might be working actually. Sorry, I optimized the audio for the other game computer. Alright, cool. And then it like auto tried to connect to everything separately. And I think that's also why I don't have my yeah, there's a lot of random white noise because I think it's using the computer microphone on this one. But yeah, so this is the layout that I'm working on, and it's kind of fun. This screen's my favorite though. Bam. So I'm really excited to have this stuff all on here. It's going to be neat. Let's switch back to the proper. And I know. I agree. Hey, we are back. We are back. Yes, I know, Jane. I am very aware that you're not a fan of the AI vibes. That is why it's literally an FPO graphic. It is titled FPO, and I told you when I showed you earlier that it's just for placement. It is not the actual logo, and I told everybody. Yes, we're back. Sorry for the audio back there. Didn't have that issue earlier when I showed it on stream because I had the audio running through the speaker, so it didn't start blasting everyone's eardrums out at full volume, so apologies for that. Hey, my auto mod didn't catch this one. No, I can't do it now because it's like through. Ayo. All right. I know. I need to set up all the mod powers and stuff. Um, but then Jane would have mod powers. I don't know if I want to give her that kind of power. Giving Jane power is frightening. I know. I will create a little mod team so everybody can pitch in when they're bored. That's what I'll do. Is everybody that subscribes will get mod powers. Orange, it's going to be really hard for me to blink twice for help if I'm constantly asking for help. It just looks like I'm blinking at that point. I'm really nervous to turn the audio back on. There we go. By the way, this super old desktop, it's like a 10-year-old Surface, is not enjoying the dual video outputs for doing the horizontal and vertical optimization, because it essentially has to run run 2 video card level of like processing. I keep getting high CPU usage notifications. So hopefully I don't cook this computer like I cooked my my speaker, my super expensive IKEA speaker. Yeah, I'm super impressed too. By the way, I kicked my I kicked my expensive desktop computer into the D&D setup because it's going to need more computing power. And I dragged this thing into my studio thinking, you know what, I could probably run a basic stream on it. And I think I keep just kind of pushing my luck with how much it can handle. It's got all these like graphic elements and things. And now running it output twice is wild. But it's hanging like a champ, I have to say. Yeah, it's easily like 10 years old. But it's working all right. It's working all right. Oh, wow. I think my dad's still hanging out and watching on YouTube. Although I have 0 viewers on Instagram Live. But I think people aren't used to people going live for like 2 hours. Oh no, I'm not taking a break, I swear. I run my D&D via a local stream to basically use a laptop as a controller. That's pretty smart. Not sure if that might help. So basically laptop in the living room, LAN to router, local stream to let me control my desktop via my laptop. So I'm using the desktop computing power. Whoa, wait. So, you, how do you do a local stream? Can you do that on OBS or something? So you run it laptop in living room, land a router, and then run the stream to your desktop through your laptop. I'm too tired to figure this out. Oh, I see. You're doing like remote desktop. That's pretty smart. I did not think of that. I did not think of that. But the... Oh, you're just running a screen though, essentially, right? Like a... Because right now I have 4 video inputs, a microphone input, and that was overloading the computer that I'm on now. And it has a fixed amount of USB points. So I was having to split the inputs, and the computer just couldn't handle that amount of inputs. So it was like crying, essentially. If you watch any of the streams, the later ones, which I guess you have, you'll see my video feeds freeze up sometimes. And I have to like reset it constantly. Yeah. But my desktop PC is a beast. I built it for doing like extreme 3D modeling work and rendering. So it's pretty tough. Usually the eventual stream setup is the dedicated stream computer. Yeah. Yeah, it'll end up being that way. That's weaker, but its only job is to just run the stream. Yeah. Yeah, he's always... oh, no, he's not on this streams recently. He's jumped into a few, but he's usually too busy working on our games, to be honest. I think you can relate to the obsessiveness that a DM can have. Yes. So he's constantly essentially working on D&D stuff. So much so to the point that he and his wife had to set up ground rules for when to work on D&D and when to not. Yes, always with the D&D. Although I can't say much because right now I'm just hanging out and chatting with everybody instead of painting my mini. This one mini that I've worked on for 2 streams, and it's the most basic paint job in the world. I've done basically just base coats, and it's not even at like Citadel paint standards or Games Workshop. I think it's also because I'm tired. I hadn't planned on streaming for a long time tonight, but we've been live for almost 2 hours. But it's cool. I'm enjoying hanging out with everybody. It's neat that our community is starting to grow and we're getting more regular people. So I'm enjoying the vibes. Um, should I have said hi to Phil? Did I miss something? Oh crap! I didn't click on the multi-stream tab when I switched back to this other setup. Hang on. Oh, it didn't even track all the old chats. Brother, little brother, say something. Tell me you're out there. I didn't see your message. It didn't pop up on my stream. I have my multi-stream up now so I can see, at least in theory, I can see YouTube's comments as well. No. No, we can't have lost him. Father, fetch the boy. Well, it wasn't too early for him to have woken up and come out and said hello. I expect more of my family. Yes, yes they do. Yeah, Phil is my little brother in IRL. But he still lives in California. Yeah, it's a work day. People get up early in the real world. All right, I'm gonna attempt to do some more painting because that's what I get paid the big bucks to do. I want Phil to come back. I want to talk about Fallout. Yeah? Well, I have made a whopping like $8 on Twitch so far. So. Oh, I gave him a black eye. Burger time? What are you talking about? Nobody is paying you to be able, like I said. Oh, $8, yes. How much I've made on Twitch. Not Five Guys. No, definitely not from Five Guys, but some form of meat between carb. Macca's. Ugh, I hate Macca's. I hate McDonald's. I'm glad my wife plays D&D with me. So if I'm obsessing over D&D stuff or being busy with it, she's fine with it. Yeah. That's good. That's good you guys have that understanding. Jane's pretty good for the most part, I think, with all the D&D stuff. It's so hard to get this angle. To be fair, I don't like McDonald's in the US. And it tastes very different here. The quality of the meats is just like wildly better. Macca's is the finest upstanding fast food establishment this side of the hemisphere. That's a bold statement. Me and my wife agree that if we lived in America, we'd become obese real quick. Because I eat 2 meals upsized Macca for 1 meal. Whoa. Plus 4 PC McWings. But I can't do that anymore because I'm 30. Yeah. But damn, man, that is a heck of a meal. Mac has got the nostalgic energy going for it, I suppose. I mean, for me, it's also partially because it's just not as good in the U.S. And that's more of where I'm coming from, I think. With all the food and stuff, it's just the French fries. Honestly, are probably the only thing that I would say are as good. But the menu is even better here. So like if you order stuff that you're used to here, you just can't get that in the U.S. They've made the menus according to where you live, and the stuff here is just so much better. McDonald's is your comfort food. I don't feel that way about Hungry Jack's, Burger King, or KFC, but Macca's is just nostalgic. That's fair. I do feel like there was a part of me that was nostalgic for McDonald's for when I was younger, because I was a kid in the 90s, and McDonald's in the 90s, I think, was its like peak. That's when like the play places were the thing. The Happy Meal was like at an all-time high. Like everything was up there. You've always wanted to try In-N-Out. Yeah, In-N-Out is great. In-N-Out is way better than McDonald's, and cheaper. In-N-Out's prices have been kept super low for the longest time. It's like $2.50 or $3 for a burger, and then like $2 for fries, or $1.75 for fries or something, and sodas are super cheap. So In-N-Out's good. It's not my favorite, but it's good. And Taco Bell. Yes, I love Taco Bell. Last time we were in the U.S., Jane had never had it, but the Airbnb that we were staying at was right next door to a Taco Bell. So we had gone to a wedding, and we left early because we're old people, and it was like 9:30, and we were back at the Airbnb, and 9:30 or 10:30, and we started getting hungry, and so I walked next door, picked up some Taco Bell, and came back, and we had some drinks and stuff at the wedding. So it was like peak Taco Bell experience is to drink and then eat it, because eating it on its own, don't get me wrong, is fine. But if you've gone out and had some drinks and you're feeling a little tipsy, nothing hits home harder than Taco Bell. It's just, it's so good. Carl's Jr. is peak though. So Carl's Jr. tastes way different in the U.S. I do like Carl's Jr. though, even in the U.S. But here it is better too. I don't see them around that much though. I think I've only had it here once, and that was at someone else's flat. But I am down like a double Western bacon cheeseburger. I haven't had a double anything in a long time. Even when I order burgers now, it's a single small. Yeah, the Shake Shack here is way better than in LA. We tried Shake Shack not long before we left Pasadena. I think it was one of the things, like we were like packed or something, we were busy, and so we finally had tried Shake Shack, and I was like very, very underwhelmed, because I'm snobby with my cheeseburgers, and but here I actually really enjoy Shake Shack, especially their fries. Their fries are S tier, and their chicken sandwiches are nice. Their burgers are still kind of mid, but if I go, I usually end up getting a chicken sandwich and fries. But I have yet to find a burger that I absolutely love here. I think there was one that I really liked. I can't remember where we ate it though. I remember, Jane, you were making a big deal about it, and I can't remember. I can't remember where it was. Carl's Jr. at King Albert Park. Oh, I'll have to look up where that is. I don't like Shake Shack either, to be honest. It's not that great. Like for that price, I'd rather go to Five Men. I don't know why that made me laugh. It just hit me just right. Five Guys is very good. I don't remember. So, Jane, we went somewhere and we were eating a burger, and you were like, "So, how does this burger hold up?" And I was like, "Honestly, it's really good." Like, I wouldn't say like the best burger I've ever had, but it's damn up there. Like, easily the best one that I've had in Singapore. And I, for the life of me, cannot remember right now where it was. And I'm sure you took note of it somewhere. At least I'm very much hoping so that you did. Because it is not information that is in my brain at the moment. If you're looking for a very good pizza place and really good chicken wings, I am always looking for a good pizza place. Yeast Side? Ha 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 ha. Can you provide any more context? I cannot. It was not that long ago, though. I want to say the last few months. I need to switch my brain into remembering things mode. I do make good pizzas. Oh man, chicken wings are double fried. Okay, willing to try Yeast Side now, or we should go there. You can show me the menu. I'm super down. Let's give this guy a tan. Because he looks like he's an outdoorsy guy. So I am betting that he's got a bit of a tan. I like to give the metal like little tiny bits of not like rust necessarily, but maybe it's a little dirty. Just a tiny bit of texture. Oh, and I love adding brown washes to gold. It really gives it a lot of depth, which is nice. And we'll add some warm washes to this kind of like front loiny cloth kind of thing. Actually, the brown wash really kind of helps this whole figure because he's got a lot of warm tones on. So this is going to really help bring out the detail. All I had to do to get orange back in the zone was to start painting again. Ugh, man, I need to get a massage. I think, you know what it is? My neck has been really stiff, and it's going to sound obvious once I say it, but I think because I've been painting at my desk so much, I have like this kind of hunched over sitting position. I need to work on my posture, I think. Maybe I need to raise my desk a bit. Do you paint somewhere else? Do I usually paint somewhere else? No. I usually, well, I used to paint exclusively at my dining room table until I started getting paint on the table and my wife got mad at me. Now I set up a studio desk for painting and things. I'm just not used to the painting while streaming thing because I think I would typically sit back in my chair I don't know if you can see. We'll switch over to the live scene for a minute. I would typically sit in my chair maybe like this and kind of hold the mini closer to me and anchor it to my body so I get a lot less movement. It makes a huge difference when you're painting to anchor your body as much as possible. Surprise, surprise. So it's been really difficult to try and paint on camera with my hands kind of out in front of me. So my painting has been a little sloppier, but that's okay. You can come at me like an Asian mom. How is that different than how you have been coming at me? I should lock my door before she runs in here. Yeah, so I'm working on the like. I also like that there's a delay, so I have an extra 5 or 6 seconds for me to think, react, and run to the door and lock it. Although I do have to lock 2 doors because I have 2 entrances into this room, so yeah. Oh gosh, I just realized this guy is wearing sandals and not boots. So it just looks like his feet are crazy tanned. All right, we got to fix his feet. In this economy, I'm giving out some free feats. Screenshot while it's hot, guys. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get yeah, I should start charging. I'm gonna get like content flagged on Twitch. There we go. Now his feet are feet again. His feet is feeding. We're just painting over stuff if use speed paint and slap chop work for fixing mistakes. Well, yes and no. You would have to like redo certain steps, but yes, you can fix speed painting things. It's just about redoing the steps again. So obviously you won't get the like the zenithal highlights back. So I guess it really depends on what form of like slap chop you're using, because there's like 2 versions One is where you just do like the Citadel Games Workshop style, where you do base coat, excuse me, layers, and then wash, and then highlight, right? That a way I also kind of consider slap chop, because you're not actually doing any real painting. Same with doing like a zenithal highlight and then slapping speed paints on. I did not do that for this one. This one was just flat primered. So I just slapped base coats on him, and then I'm slapping some washes on him. Although it still took me 2 days to paint him, so. But yes, his abs are abbing. He could be the Abby of this campaign from K-pop Demon Hunters. Oh, excuse me, Mox Monsters. I have no idea when you commented on my Instagram story, or if you're even still there. No, you're not. Sorry, Mox. You guys distracted me, and I missed comments from my fans. Okay. His feet are about dry. I can now make his skin tone for his feet match the rest of his body. Alright. I think the link to Twitch on your YouTube is wrong. It says House of Seadrake 3. Well, that's odd. Must be a typo. Thank you for letting me know. I will take a look at it post haste. To be fair, I did also make, I think, my Twitch, the link to Twitch on YouTube. Oh, on YouTube. How could I? I know. I am literally the worst. Where is... Excuse me a sec, guys. I'm trying to find that link, because I have in my links, I don't even have Twitch in here. Is it in the live bit? Oh, it's in the description. So it must have been today. I can't change it from here. I have to end stream to change it. It must have weirdly auto-generated it for some reason. Oh, I see Phil's comment now. I need your workbench. Have a good day, brother. Aw, thanks, man. Well, I'm glad he jumped on. He's now my top fan on YouTube. Oh, I see Phil's comment now. I need your workbench. Have a good day, brother. Watching now, start streaming 2 hours ago. Support the stream, twitch.com/Seadrake3. Welp. Welp. I'll fix that for next time. But thanks for letting me know, because I appreciate fixing all these little bugs. All right, well, Bashir is almost done. The final and most important step of any mini is to paint the base black. It will instantly make any mini look 10 times better. I will say it doesn't have to be black. I know there are like certain purists out there that must have all their bases of their minis black. But I think it's okay to change it up. Maybe that's also how you decipher like certain clans. So maybe there's like a foresty group and all of their bases rims are green, etc. Bam. Now we have a finished mini that should have taken maybe 20 minutes and has taken 6 hours of stream time, I think. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. But I think with a finished model, I win some. Yeah. Thank you, Ken. I think he looks pretty good now, too. Details on the clothing are pretty nice. It's not bad. He's got his little potions. I could actually paint the little ropes and stuff, but you know what? When you're looking at him from like across the table and he's maybe that big, you will never notice the difference. So yeah, there's our friend Bashir, all finished painted up. Especially when you look at the pants. It's really neat that the creases, you see the creases in the fabric. Yes. Oh, I didn't even add any washes to his pants. I think it's just the good lighting. I've got nice lighting. Good night. I should add a wash to his pants though. I want to add like a darker reddish color. Maybe actually a darker purple would look pretty good as a wash on these pants. Do I have... Oh, I know I do. One moment, I gotta wheel myself over to the paint rack. Is it even physically possible to paint eyes on minis that small? It is, although the closer I look at his face, I can show you that I put a wash on his skin tone, right? Come on. And now his eyes are basically just dark. Actually, this is a theory that a lot of painters do, especially for models like this. They won't even bother trying to paint the eyes on a model so small because the shadow just basically covers it up anyway. So they'll just darken in the eye sockets because, you know, from here, you just see shadows under his eyes. Now, I typically actually do paint eyes on all my minis. This one is a shame that you really can't see them. So one upside to washes is that they do reactivate. So if I scrub it enough with a brush, I can bring back his eyes a tiny bit. You can see it a little bit better now, I think. Still hard to tell. And I'm with a macro lens about 20 cm away from the screen, maybe less, 15. I'm like right up in his face. For contrast, this is my thumb. He's a tiny little guy. Yeah, basically. Yeah, so there he is. Oh, right. Nick's ADHD brain is tired and forgot he was adding one more thing. There. Especially when that dries in a minute, the darks in those creases will be even a little bit lighter. He is a resin printed model, yes. I'm ignoring you, Bobble, for the wash on my pants comment. He got abs or tummy hair? You know, I think that's a personal question and something you'll have to find out when you get to know him better. Or a diastasis recti? I'm not familiar with what that is, I will be honest. Give him chest hair. Orange? Do you have a thing for men with fuzzy chests? Is that why you talked to me that day? Because of my low cut shirt? And you saw my chest hair? I know, I've heard. I've heard you even pay for it. And it can be expensive. So, call me. I don't have a job right now, so I'm desperate. I've turned to Twitch, of all places. Oh, man, I love cold water. I know it's... Okay, so explain something to me. How is cold water heaty? I don't understand that. Like, I'm a very heaty person, apparently. And I apparently struggle with that, but I love cold water. Oof. I refuse to drink water if it's not cold. I'll drink room temperature water and warm water, but cold water just like is the most soothing thing on the planet, man. Like my wife Jane will drink water and she'll just be like, oh, if it's like hot. Oh, that's so much nicer. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I take a sip and I'm just like, ugh. That's fine, I guess. But I drink cold water and I can feel the endorphins rush. Yeah, yeah. She drinks hot water, I drink cold water. I've tried to convert, but now I just don't want to. Yeah, exactly. Life is all about balance, and everybody needs to balance each other. So it wouldn't make sense if she liked cold water, because then she'd steal all my ice. So I look for the tiny victories, to be honest. Well, I think I'm going to start winding down the stream. It is almost 11 o'clock. Kimchi is in her kennel. And I am starting to run on fumes a bit. And I'd like a little bit of time to kind of relax off stream, wind down before bed. I do have to say, I actually don't mind streaming or doing long streams. It's fun. It's fun. I get to hang out with cool people. I get some stuff done. I like grind through. Yeah, I grind through my backlog of minis, and then they get to hit the table, and it's just good fun. But as my wife so eloquently put in chat, we are leaving at 7:30 in the morning tomorrow to go to the grocery store because we go to Red Hill Market and it's super competitive to get groceries. You got to get the good groceries before they run out. Plus I have gym at like 10:30. So I have to go to the grocery store, come home, and then get back in enough time to still drive to the gym. So yeah, we're going to the market. They got all the good stuff. We're planning to cook like an epic meal soon too, for our D&D party. I meant it more like our group, not like we're throwing a party. And we're gonna have a big meal, because normally we end up ordering food in and it costs like $100 and something or more for 5 of us to eat, and it's just like wild. So instead we're just gonna pitch in a few bucks each and have home cooked food. Yummy home cooked food. But yes, oh my God, the markets, the gentrified corporate hellscape supermarkets. Yeah. Fair price has gotten crazy. Any of the other like cold storage places are just getting out of hand. Um, yeah, gotta love it. Gotta love it. I also really enjoy supporting more of the like uh, family side of it, right? Like they are mom and pop shop style, and they've been doing it for 30, 40 years or something. And it's nice to be able to support them over putting money into some corporate guy's wallet. Cold storage is out of my income bracket. You and me both, brother. You and me both. It's one of the reasons why we get up early and go to cold storage. It's a cold storage, Red Hill Market. That and their produce is amazing. Eggs are great. The meat is nice. Get some fish balls. Yeah, wet market's where it's at for real. Yes, I do struggle with the overstimulation. So everyone out in chat right now that's watching, I can't handle situations where there's too many people, and too much noise. Both of them combined, I just kind of shut down. So wet market is a little rough, but it works out because I drop them off. I park the car. I go and get Kopi, and I usually pick up some treat or snack. And I have enough energy to like run in, say hi to Jane, give her a couple of bites of something that I bought, and run out. So that's fun. But I get to be the wheelman. So anyway, I'm going to call it. Thanks again for hanging out. Oh, let's see. Who can I raid you guys into? Night Orange. Thanks for hanging out, man. We'll talk more. I don't feel like doing the rating thing. I'm just going to end stream. I know it's good for everything and whatever, but I feel obligated to like hang out for a few minutes before I leave and be nice and say hi and not just like dump 2 viewers to their stream. So, just not going to do it. I'm going to say goodnight and then push the button way over here. Yeah. Yeah. It's nice to have other streamers like hang out in chat because I can be like, oh, I just don't feel like it. And they're like, dude, I get you. Don't do it. Screw it. Especially when there's only a few people. Like if I had a handful of like newer people and stuff, I'd probably do it, but yeah, don't force myself. And I'm probably going to stream tomorrow. I don't know. Well, maybe tomorrow. We'll see how tired I get. Because I think tomorrow is a big day, but you know what? I'll probably still stream. I actually need to come up with a stream schedule and post it at some point. So, also 10, if you're still out there, I feel like you may have jumped out at some point. But good night if you're there. If you can hear me, blink twice. And we'll catch you guys in the... Hey, you are here. Hi, 10. Good night, 10. I'm sure you're just playing Baldur's Gate or Living Life or something. Ah. The good old PC switch. Classic. Yeah, I'm just logging off. I'm saying goodnight to everybody. Yeah, Baldur's Gate. I figured. I enjoy seeing your updates and your character creations. The hirelings are the best. Alright guys, good night, and we'll see you probably tomorrow. Hopefully I get webcams in between now and then, but if not, it'll be same old fuzzy Nick.